The Chicago Bears had to wait a while, but they finally make their pick in the 2019 NFL Draft in the third round. What is going on, y'all? Five Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL, talking NFL Draft, and here to break down the Bears' first pick, even though it's in the third round, technically their first pick, running back David Montgomery out of Iowa State. So I'm going to break down, obviously, the draft pick, talk about what the Bears gave up to move up, because they did move up to draft David Montgomery. And as I said, GM Ryan Pace would probably look to move up because, you know what, he is that kind of GM, and break down just this draft pick itself, how it fits with this team, what I think about it, and finally give a grade for the draft pick at the very end. So make sure you are staying tuned and subscribe to the channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss out any Bears content, because I do post a lot of that. Also follow me on my social media links down below for that. With that being said, let's get started. So the Bears, of course, did take running back David Montgomery, but what was the price to get him? Because the Bears did move up in this draft, as I predicted that there was a chance that they would in my pre-draft video. So go ahead and check that out if you didn't, because like I said, GM Ryan Pace, he is not the type of GM to sit back and just, you know, keep his hands folded. If he sees his guy, he goes ahead and makes a move, and that is exactly what the Bears did. They traded with the New England Patriots. They swapped third-round picks. So basically, we got the Patriots 73rd pick. Patriots got our 87th pick. But in addition, the Patriots also got a 5th-round pick from us, of course, and a 2020 4th-round pick. And we got the 3rd-round pick for the Patriots, and we got a 6th-round pick 205, I believe. So when I first heard about the trade, I felt like it was a little steep for the price we had to pay. We basically gave up 3 picks to draft David Montgomery. But again, here's my thing. When it is your guy and he turns out to be the guy that you predicted that he would, it really doesn't matter as much. And clearly the Bears believe that this was their guy. So let's talk about David Montgomery himself, because he was a impact player at Iowa State, ran for 1,000+ yards each of his last 2 seasons, 5'10", 216 pounds, a little small, but again, he packs a lot of punch in his size. He led the nation in missed tackles in each of the last 2 seasons, and this I believe is the reason why the Bears took him, because this is exact opposite of what Jordan Howard is, okay? I like Jordan Howard. I'm a Jordan Howard fan. If you guys have been following my channel, you should know that. So this is not something where I'm bashing on Jordan Howard, but this was the reason why the Bears decided to move on from him, was he just couldn't make guys miss, okay? He couldn't break tackles. Jordan Howard would go down immediately at contact, and that is what the Bears were missing in a running back. And David Montgomery, that's what he does best. He makes guys miss, and he gets through guys. So that's one thing Jordan Howard did not have that David Montgomery has. In addition, good instincts, vision, ability to make guys miss. Like I said, good hands. This is the key here. This is the other thing. So making guys miss and good hands, because what does good hands mean? That he can catch. And that is exactly what the Bears needed Jordan Howard. Again, another thing he didn't do was be able to catch the football. And that is what the Bears need, especially in Matt Nagy's offense, in which he utilizes pass catchers a lot, okay? This is the reason Tariq Cohen succeeds in our offense, because he's a great pass catcher. This is the reason we signed running back Mike Davis from the Seattle Seahawks, because he can catch passes. So David Montgomery can also catch passes, so we like that. And I forgot to mention this. The other reason that the Bears also traded up was because they saw the other running backs that they were probably targeting, and I talked about these guys, Miles Sanders, Darrell Henderson. They went ahead of where the Bears drafted, like in the 53rd pick and the 70th pick. So the Bears got scared. That's why they moved up to get him. And again, like I said, with this guy, this is a solid selection, because I like what I see from David Montgomery on tape. I like what I'm hearing from all the scouts and the analysts. And I've read a few reports that said David Montgomery will probably be the Bears starting running back by the time the season rolls around. They believe he is that damn good. And I am, for one, saying that I think that is fairly accurate, because, one, Mike Davis and Tariq Cohen, they are not really NFL starting running backs. They have never been, huge talents in terms of being able to start games for teams. They're both sort of guys that are change-up backs that can come in and give you, 10 carries, etc. This guy, he gets a lot of workload, and this might be one of his weaknesses where he carried the ball a ton for Iowa State each of his last 2 seasons, 20-plus carries. The one other thing that he does lack, though, is he does not have break-off speed, so his quickness is not as great. That is why he slipped a little bit to the Bears, because he does not have top-end speed. His 40 time was not as good as Miles Sanders. I believe it was 4.63 compared to like 4.4. So that's one thing. Not as quick, not as fast, doesn't have breakaway speed. But again, this is why he slipped. That's why we have Tariq Cohen. We have Tariq Cohen for the breakaway speed. We don't need, of course, David Montgomery to do that. Well, with that being said, I like this pick a lot for the Bears. I predicted they would take a running back. I literally said I would bet a good amount of money on the Bears taking a running back because this was one of their clear needs going into this draft. We don't have too many holes. Running back was one of them. And after the Jordan Howard trade, I was assured that the Bears would take a running back, and that is exactly what they did with their 3rd round pick. So overall, I like this pick. I'm going to give it an A- for the Bears because, again, I would have given it A, but I thought the draft capital we had to give up was a little steep. So I'm going to give it an A-. I like David Montgomery. I do think that by the time the regular season rolls around, by the time training camp rolls around, he will probably be our starting running back, and I feel pretty good about that. So let me know what you guys think about the Bears selection of David Montgomery. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.